Hi, my name's Emma Wood and I'm the chair of the charity Steka Skills. Welcome to the first of our podcasts, which I'm delighted to say is me in conversation with the amazing Helen Maseko. Helen is the mother of 100 plus children at the Steka care home in Malawi. She's an absolute inspiration to, I would say, to everybody she meets. She's certainly been my inspiration and has taught me so much. She inspires particularly the teenage girls at the Steka home, and now she also inspires the women who are taught at our vocational skills centre. Up until now, Helen's been quite retiring in terms of talking about herself. She doesn't often put herself forward. So I've had to persuade her to do that on this occasion, because in addition to all those fantastic things that Helen is and does, I'm also lucky enough to think of her and know her as a very close friend. So here we are talking mother to mother about the very special things that happen at Steka, what we call the Steka effect, and how Helen and her husband, God knows, have managed to bring that about. You're listening to episode 1 of the Steka Effect series of podcasts. Stay tuned. Okay, so first of all, do you want to just tell me a little bit about your background, where you were born, your sort of story that led up to Steka being created?
Okay. My name is Helen Maseko. I was born on 19th December 1979, and I grew up in Ndilande, here in Blantyre. I was staying with my uncle and my aunt from 1988. I was 8 years old, and I was in standard 3. I did my primary school at Namalimi Primary School, at Namalimi Primary, and thereafter I went to Blantyre Secondary School. After finishing the secondary school, I did a hotel management for 2 years, from 1998 to 2000. After graduation, I started working at Hollywood Cafe in 2000. In the same year, I get married to God knows. So I worked at Hollywood Cafe from 2007, from 2000 to 2007. That's my...
Yeah.
Yes.
And was it unusual for you to get so much education? Because I know in Malawi sometimes girls aren't put forward to be educated in the same way that boys are. What do you think it was that made your family want you to get that education?
Yeah, because I'm a firstborn in my family, and my father passed away when I was in standard 7. So my mom encouraged me to work hard at school so that I can help my siblings. Yeah, that's why I was working hard at school. Yeah, it's because my mom, my uncle taught me to work hard at school. Yes.
And what then led to Steka being set up?
Okay. It was in 2007. God knows, having escaped from a life on the street, understands how to transform things from children in the street. He went to South Africa in 2004 and back on 2006. In South Africa, he was used as a drug carrier. You can carry drugs from South Africa to China, from China to South Africa. So after he came back from South Africa, he was asking me that how can we help the children from the street. And by then I was working. I met the children in the street and I was feeling sorry for them. So I said, yes, we can start helping them. That's how we start.
You must also have to support, God knows. I mean, when he came back from South Africa, that must have been a difficult time for you. How did you support him then?
Okay, yeah, by then I was working, but it was a difficult time. But because I was depending on my own, it wasn't difficult. I supported him for maybe 2 years. From 2005 to 2007, he wasn't working. I was the one who was working. I was taking care of the family, paying rent, paying all the bills. Yeah, I supported him, really. And even sometimes his mom came at my office and said, please let Gonos come at home village so that he can start farming. I said, no. I said, no. I will be with him up to the time we established the Steka. Yeah, I supported him very much, 2 years.
You know, now you have a hugely successful home for 105 young people, and you've been doing this for a long time.
Yes, 16 years now.
What do you think is special about what you do here at Steka?
Special? One is maybe parental love. Parental love, yeah, we give them shelter, we give them education, and we provide them education, shelter, and food, and parental love. Most of all is parental love, yes.
I've seen the relationship that you have, particularly, is fantastic with all the children, but particularly with the older girls. And older girls can be tricky to mother.
Yeah.
I know that as a mother. That, teenage years and as children have to transform into adults, it's very difficult for them to tread that path. How have you developed this strong relationship with these girls, do you think?
It's like I'm their role model. Yeah, I'm their role model. I teach them how to work, how to help others, and they can depend. I also taught them that they can, after finishing school, they can depend on their own, like the way I was. Because I went to school, I graduated, I started working, then I get married. Yeah, I'm their role model. Yes.
And still, I think, you say you get married, but that's not the end of the story, is it?
Yeah.
Because you've had, I don't know whether you still have, but you've certainly had a very senior role in the church.
Yes.
Talk a bit about that, your contribution to the church.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. I've got a role model in a church. I've been selected as a secretary of Catholic Women Organization, the whole Malawi, and now I'm a chair lady of a small community. Yeah, I put God first, and I also teach the girls how to pray, how to fear God. Yeah. Yes, I've got a lot. I've got a lot of things to do, and I'm doing a lot in a church. And I also went to some churches to teach women how to make things like Vaseline and soap, and how to make Vaseline, how to make soap, how to make tomato sauce. And I also teach the children here how to make those things.
And that's because they can then sell them,
Yes,
can't they?
yeah.
So they can earn money on a small level.
Yeah.
And I think you've done that at the Vocational Skills Centre,
Yes.
haven't you?
Yeah.
So just tell me that story about going to the Vocational Skills Centre and how that works.
Okay. I used to go there to teach the women how to make soap and Vaseline. You know, everyone needs soap. Everyone needs lotion. So I teach them how to make it, and so that they can sell. They can sell and have something in their pocket. Yeah.
So these are even people who don't have much money
Yes.
still need soap and lotion.
Yes. Yeah, we can use soap for cleaning plates, for even take for bathing, and also for washing. Yeah, soap is needed. Yes.
And they go door to door selling these.
Yes, they go door to door. They make themselves and sell themselves. Yeah, they make money. Yes, they are not the same. Yes. Yeah.
So do you see a difference then in the women once they can make something and sell it and take the money?
Yes. Yeah, it's a big difference. Yeah, because at first they were just depending to their husbands, but now they're depending on their own. Yes.
So I guess then they're becoming good role models for their children as well.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
How important do you think it is for girls to get an education?
Yeah, it's good for girls to get education because they empower themselves. They don't depend on a man. Yeah, if you get educated, you can work everywhere. You can depend on your own rather than depend on the man or the husband. Yes, because some of them, they can't afford to go to university or to colleges. So instead of farming, they can have a skill and do something to get and do some. They can learn a skill, a certain skill, so that they can do something and get money.
And be independent.
Yes.
And what do you think many of the girls that have come here because they've had something bad happen in their background.
Yes.
What sort of things? What are the reasons that many of the girls at Steka are here?
Okay. Some of the girls, they are here because of abuses. One, like sexual abuse. The father, the uncles, yeah, they abused them, and even the stepfathers. Yeah, one of the reason is sexual abuse. Yes, and some some of the girls, we have removed them from the early marriages, and now they are at universities.
Great. So do they need, because they've had a difficult background, do you think they need special extra support?
Yes, very.
And what type of extra support can you give them?
It's like psychosocial counseling. It's a must. Yes, psychosocial counseling.
Let's say a girl comes in, she's just been saved from early marriage, or as you say, she's experienced some sort of terrible abuse. What do you do? What is your role with that girl?
Okay, once the girl comes in, I started with counseling. Yeah, after counseling, I give her the mother love. The most thing is mother love. That's why the children, they are like my friends. The girls are like my friends because I love them more. Yeah. Yeah, it's because of parental love, mother love. That's it. Yeah, I first with counseling, then love.
And you've had training in counselling and psychosocial support, or Montessori,
Yes.
haven't you? Tell us a bit about that. Were you not trained by Montessori?
Yes, I trained. Yeah.
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 Tell us
Level
what that
one.
is
Yes,
like.
I trained And I've got a certificates for level 1, level 2, and level 3 about counseling. Yes.
What sort of things could happen at the skills centre to try and create a similar space where girls get to be as confident as they are here at Steka?
I think they can feel at home so that they can have somewhere to belong.
That's a great answer. And what do you think makes someone feel they can belong?
Because some of the children, they are nowhere to go. So if we can have a village at school center, they can feel, maybe they can feel loved here. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think that's really important though. I think, and that's something I've really learned from
I think they
Steka.
can feel that they have home. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So making the skills centre feel more like a home
Yes. Yeah.
would help everybody to do their best.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a really important thing, isn't it? That sense of belonging. So it needs to become more than just a school.
Yeah. A school and also a home. They can stay here, so after school they can stay there like a home, a village.
So do you mean that for the people who go there, but also for some of the older children here who might want to go on and study at the Vocational Skills Centre and live there?
Yes, yeah. So they are going to vocational skills center to learn hairdressing salon, and also they can take what they learned from Steka and make the women's hostel like a home.
Yeah, I can see that happening. It's so because what I'm interested in is how is this wonderful, what I call the Steka effect, you know, the effect that Steka has on women and girls. How is that going to transfer to the skills centre? And that's what we'd call maybe this culture, the way that it works here to this vocational skills centre. And the other is that you teach at, you've been to teach at the vocational skills centre.
Yeah.
So you're a role model there as well as here.
Yes, yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
Teaching the women,
The Vaseline and the
soap making. Yeah.
So I can see quite clearly in those two ways of you being at the vocational skills centre, you teaching the Vaseline and the soap making, you are yourself a role model there in the same way that you are here.
Yes.
And I've seen film of you teaching there, and you definitely are a role model for those women and girls. But also, if there are girls who have been raised here in this culture who are then going to be in the women's hostel, they are definitely going to transfer this amazing culture to the women's hostel and make it feel like a home.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
So that's really helped me realise a lot of things, actually. That's great. I think in your relationship with God knows and what happens at Steka and beyond, I feel that God knows is the external force that wants to change things and lobby politicians. He wants to get rid of Kasasa Fumbi. He wants to he campaigns against early marriage. He goes out to the villagers and he tells people they need to stop these things. Yes. And he's very powerful at that. But I think you have the equally important role of working more quietly internally at Steka. You're the one that creates this feeling of family and nurturing and love, as you say, in a very personal way with the girls and the way they look up to you. And you are a role model. And then I think that also is transferring to the skills centre. So you're not the person that stands up and shouts, or you're not the person that's out there trying to make change happen by talking a lot about it to important people. But you are the person that makes change happen through the way you behave, your dignity, your power, your work, the way you work, and your beliefs. But also importantly, in the way you understand people and you connect to people. And I think that's a very powerful thing about you, Helen. I see you connect with some of the most abused children that could possibly be imagined. You know, I've seen you connect in a way that I wouldn't have thought possible to break through some of the abuse that the children have experienced. And you've helped others, including me, just know a bit about how to deal with people that have been in that situation, because you are so confident in your ability to do that. And on a very much lesser level, you're also able to see through me and tell me what I need to do to live a better life, i.e. learn to be cool.
Okay.
Which is great advice, and I carry that with me, Helen, that I do need to do that. So I think you are a very powerful woman.
Is that so?
You are a very powerful woman.
Okay.
You definitely are, because you command a lot of respect, but you just do it in a quieter way.
Yes, yeah. Yes. Yeah, you're true.
So I think you and God knows are an amazing couple, because you complement each other. He's one thing and you're another thing.
Yes.
But both of those things are needed to bring about change in Malawi, really.
Yes.
And to bring about the best possible opportunity for the children that are here, but also for the women and girls at the Skills Centre.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. We are there because of your support.
Well, no.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, we are doing all this because of you.
Well,
because of your support, especially at the Vocational Skills Center. Yes, from zero. From zero up to today. As you can see, the buildings, beautiful buildings. Everything is okay, water, whatever, education. It's because of you, Emma. God bless you. You're also a great woman.
Yeah.
Very great, very strong woman. Yes.
Well,
yeah, we are here because of you. Vocational Skills Center is there because of you, Emma.
Yeah.
Without you, what do you think? Nothing. Yes.
I think there's a lot of strong women have gone into this project, actually.
Yes.
Because...
But especially you. Very strong.
But
a lot of fundraising. You are doing a lot of fundraising to make things good, to make the Vocational Skills Center like that. Imagine.
But a lot of those people who have raised the funds have been strong women too. So my friend Claire,
yes,
my
the
friend
one
Kat, who have both died, sadly, but they put a lot of effort into it as well. There's a lot of women on our board as well who are all working hard. So I do feel that we are a very sort of woman-led organisation in many ways, because the men who are also play a very important role, all of them have women's interests at the forefront. All of them. And I think that's something that's important, that to make things more equal for women and girls, women alone can't achieve that. We have to educate men as well.
Yes, yeah.
And I think that's what's so great about what you do here, is that all the boys here respect women.
Yes.
And they all know that they have to share the duties. You know, it's not a woman's job to be a wife. That it's a shared role to bring up a family and to make that family work. I think that's another thing I find very moving about the boys and young men here is how amazing they are with the children, actually.
Yes, yeah. It's a family setup.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are helping each other. Yes.
And they definitely see looking after the little ones as their job as much as anybody else's job.
Yes.
As well as, you say, doing the cooking.
Yeah.
So, I think it's. I've learnt so much from Steka, really so much. And that's one of those things, is that change can happen at a small level. And let's hope we can just extend that impact to more people.
Yes.
Particularly with a Helen Maseko women's hostel.
Wow. Yeah, Goma, but we are there. We are here. We are there because we aim.
Wow.
Yes.
I think we just are all doing what we can do, aren't we? We're all doing what we can do. And that's good.
Okay.
Anything else you want to say?
Yeah, because you asked me how best we can to make the women's hostel. To make the women's hostel good, the most important things next is having a parenting care center, so that the parents can learn how to raise their children, and how to raise their children equally. Yes.
Yeah, that's really important. So this would be aimed at both men and women.
Yes.
To take responsibility.
Yeah.
So there again, that's that Steka effect would be getting bigger.
Yes.
Because it would be going beyond Steka to all the families round about the centre and the people that would be trained there, including caregivers who run children's home as well.
Yes, yes, true.
And would you teach at that, Helen?
Yes, because I've got certificates, I can teach them. Yes, I can. Or without certificates, but I can. Yes, because I'm a parent, I'm a mother of multitudes, of hundreds. Yes, but I can teach them. Yes.
Okay, let's have something to eat now. That looks lovely. Brilliant. See, I didn't know that either. I didn't know you were going to teach them.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can teach. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Hello, with the body, mind, and soul. And we have got the food with the body, mind, and soul as well. All the way from Africa, Malawi, northern part of Malawi, Suzu. Ekale kale nili mangano nikakanisa mapele wena. Nikakanisa kutip, nikakwena papere,